Hello. Hey, beautiful people. Let me try to get this right. There we go. I'm sorry. Sorry. Trying to get this right. But I hope you all are doing well today. It is Gullah Heritage Month, the month of October. It is also Hoodoo Appreciation Month. So they kind of intertwined because Gullah Geechee people heavily practice hoodoo. But anyway, today I am focusing on Gullah Heritage Month, or Gullah Geechee Heritage Month. Now, Gullah and Geechee are words that are interchanged nowadays. They're not technically the same thing, but people usually run them together like Gullah Geechee, or some people refer to the actual people being Gullah and then the language being Geechee. And the language itself is just a hodgepodge of languages, African and culture and dialect and origin blended with English and broken English, and just like we do. So, but that being said, the Gullah Geechee are a people who live in the coastal regions of the United States on the East Coast, and it runs all the way from Wilmington, North Carolina, down to about Jacksonville, Florida. And it consists of mostly the sea islands. Okay, so it's the people that dwelled on the sea islands or the coastal regions from Wilmington, North Carolina, all the way down to about Jacksonville, Florida. Now, the word Gullah is thought to have originated from Angola, which would make sense if a lot of the people dwelling in those regions come from that area of the world. It is said that 39% of the Africans brought to the United States, or to the colonies at that time, were actually from the Angola region in Africa. So the culture is one that was preserved because a lot of the people lived on these islands, on these sea islands. And where I'm from, there are a lot of islands, and you have the Gullah Geechee people, and a lot of it is basically a lifestyle that is thrived off of the water. So you have a lot of people that make their living off of fishing, off of crabbing, off of shucking. You got clams and all types of shell animals, and things that come from the ocean that we dwell off of. Another big thing that we do is the roses that are made out of sweet grass and sweet grass baskets. That's a big thing also where I'm from, and a lot of people make their money off of that, and that is a beautiful culture that has been passed down through the generations, and unfortunately is one that's dying. Interesting fact is how similar the Bahamian and Gullah Geechee people are, because if you look at Bahamian culture as well, especially if you go to Nassau, you will see that they make grass baskets as well. And a lot of people, Gullah Geechee people and Bahamian people, were passed back and forth over the years, from different plantations. So a lot of the culture is actually similar, and I may cover that a little later on in one of my videos, because I'm a Gullah Geechee and my husband is a Bahamian. So with that being said, a lot of the African and West African culture was preserved because the people on the sea islands were left to themselves a lot, especially when it got hot in the summer and you had a lot of mosquitoes and nature that the slave master. I'm sorry, y'all. My husband called. I didn't even know that this live was still going. Please forgive me. I am so sorry. But that must be good luck, because my husband called while I was actually talking about him. But anyway, but yeah, like I was saying, a lot of the culture got preserved because a lot of the slaves got left alone and to themselves, and they were able to preserve that culture because a lot of the slave masters and their families, and they did not want to stay on or near the sea islands in those plantations when it got hot in the summer months, because of all of the elements, the mosquitoes, the nature, the heat, and all of that. So a lot of them didn't even stay. So the slaves were left alone, and they again did just practice whatever it is they practiced, and they went on about life like that. So a lot of it was a lot of the culture was able to remain in the people and with the people. And unfortunately, in Gullah Geechee territory, a lot of the land is being taken over. A lot of heirs' land has been confiscated and stolen, because there's no other word for it. I mean, the land has been stolen. And places like these different islands and Hilton Head Island and stuff like that in South Carolina, you know, where it was majority black at one time, has now become majority white, because they have turned it into a resort area. So that is very sad. It's very angering for the land to be taken like that. And this is the funny thing, but it never fails. They didn't want us anywhere, right? So a lot of us fled to less desirable land and places to live, such as marshes. But now the marshes are considered waterfront property, right? And so they come and they take over this, what was once marshland now is waterfront property to them. They come and take over this land and steal a lot of people's heirs' property, because a lot of Gullah Geechee people have actually left, and they left for northern states, and a lot of that land just goes sitting there. The people either don't know about it, or the kids and the great grandkids, they don't want it. So there's a lot of wealth lost, because a lot of wealth, and our wealth is in the land, you know, because that's how people made their living, and the wealth is still in the land, because there won't be any more land created, you know. And a lot of that land in Gullah Geechee territory is very desirable, profitable, wealthy land. All right, so with that all being said, let's see here. Now the word Geechee is thought to originate from the Geechee River near Savannah, Georgia. And that would make sense, because Geechee is also believed to come from a Native American word, or an indigenous word called Geechee, from the Geechee people. So African Americans and Native Americans can be one and the same. It just depends on how you think about it. You know, a lot of us were already here. So the word Geechee is thought to either come from one or the other, the Geechee River or the Geechee people of that region. Now, Gullah descendants are not here by accident. A lot of us were already here, but the ones who came here were brought here for a specific reason. Now, Gullah Geechee territory was big for the production of indigo, rice, cotton, and all of those things, right? So the people that were brought here from Africa were chosen for a specific reason. It's because they were already cultivating those things. They were already cultivating rice. They were already cultivating indigo. So those people were brought from Senegal, you know, Benin, what is now called Sierra Leone, the Ivory Coast, because they knew how to cultivate those crops. All right, so it's no accident that we eat a lot of rice. You know, we could eat rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it never gets old. But yeah, that's just a little breakdown of the Gullah Geechee people. I love the fact that more and more people are becoming aware of Gullah Geechee culture, even though it's a dying one, unfortunately. And most likely, whatever people came here as a result of the transatlantic slave trade, you came through Gullah Geechee territory, because that's where the ports were. The ports were in Wilmington, in Virginia, in Georgia, on the or Charleston. You know, all of us came. If you are a descendant of slavery or the American slave trade, you came through one of those ports. So you're descended from Gullah Geechee people in some way, shape, or form or fashion. All right. So that's my spiel. I'm going to go and read the comments here. Again, I apologize for the break in the live because my husband called, and and I had to answer. But anyway, let's see. Ayub, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening. Hi, how are you today? Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, hey, VL McGee. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Happy Gullah Geechee Heritage Month to you as well. Yes, I am trying to be a blessing because I know I've been blessed to be a blessing, especially to my people. And I love my people so much. And I'm grateful to the Most High for the gifts and the voice that has been given to me. And I just continue to petition the Most High for the strength and the ability to share whatever it is I am supposed to share. Yeah. So, yes, shalom, shalom, the Bible Prince. How are you today? Good day to you. Yes, judgment is coming soon. Judgment is already here, to be honest with you. Yes. So, yeah, that's my breakdown of the Gullah Geechee people and the culture. And I will be going into it a little bit more throughout the month because it lasts the whole month. And I will also be going into a whole lot more about Hoodoo Appreciation Month as well. So I want to thank you all for